So it's no secret that I really like Paris. I love traveling to Paris, and it's one of those places where you can go back over and over and over again. And there are so many reasons why I would consider Paris as our new Blaxit destination. I've talked about that in another video, but today I wanted to give you a refresher because a lot of things have happened since I filmed that video. I think it was a year ago. And I went to Paris about two weeks ago. Just came back 2 weeks ago, and I gotta tell you, it anyway. What I'm trying to say is that there are so many reasons why Paris could be a good choice. And by Paris, I don't mean like within Paris per se, but even in the suburbs of Paris, that counts as well. I'm not so much of a country girl, so it has to be big city for me. It cannot be like going into the, la campagne. Like, I don't know how to say that in English, like the countryside. Yeah, that's not my kind of thing. So, why Paris and why Paris, France? And what are some of the things that I really, really love about it? Top of the list is that I have childhood friends there. I got a chance to hang out with my friends that I hadn't seen for years. One of them for, I believe, 8 years. And yeah, childhood friends that I've been friends with for like 40 years. College friends as well, and some family members not too far. And so there's no bad reason to go to France, right? You're always going to see some friends there. So that's one of the major reasons why I would consider France as a Blaxit destination. Number two is the food. I mean, I don't know about you, but I do love food. I do love food, and I love French food. I love homemade food. I really like it. And the food is rich, the food is good. I don't like everything, but I love a lot of it. And so I never have any difficulties enjoying food when I'm in France. And also the basic kind of food, like a sandwich, like with ham and butter and a good fresh baguette, that kind of food as well, which is always delicious. And funny enough, my trifecta, like whenever I come back from France, there are three things that I always bring back: saucisson, pâté, and madeleine. I never come back without these three. Those are my three things that I always bring back a lot of. And so when it comes to the food, it's a big win. It's a big win. Number three is the language. I am fluent in French. French is my first language. I don't speak it that much anymore because I don't really have a lot of people to speak it with other than my parents or my siblings. But there would be no language barrier as no language barrier at all for me. And my husband speaks French as well, so that'll be good too. With the language is the culture. So it's a culture that I'm pretty familiar with because I grew up in a French speaking country. I went to a French school, and so I'm familiar with it. I have French friends and all of that, right? So at school, we would learn French history, French geography, all of that. So it's a I'm very familiar with the culture. Of course, just like any culture, there are things that I'm like, yeah, I'm not really into this, and other things that I'm like, yeah, this is awesome, right? And so that would be another great reason why I would consider France as our Blaxit destination. Another reason is in terms of lifestyle. Here in the US, we're very work oriented, very work, come back, pay your bills, sleep, work, come back, pay your bills, sleep. There's not so much of a culture of enjoyment, of relaxation, of taking time to relax and to enjoy your life. A culture of, how do I say that? Learning, like going to museums and things like that, like ongoing learning that is very, not American at all, right? And so, uh, going to museums and going to parks and just chilling in a bit, right? Not only learning about things, but also relaxing and enjoying at a cafe, enjoying by, just chilling at the park, something like that. So I like that slowing down side of Paris, France, Europe in general, and a lot of different cultures outside of the US. So that's a big plus, big plus. And another one, also similar to that, would be the cost of living. The cost of living. Because there's a lot of things that, well, obviously, because in Europe you pay higher taxes because a lot of things are included, like medical things are included, like tax, people pay a lot of taxes, and also the salaries are a lot lower than here in the US. But here in the US, our salaries are a lot higher, but then we pay a lot of things out of pocket, such as medical bills and things like that. Okay. And so that's why we don't pay as many taxes as Europeans. One of the reasons, right? And so you don't really need much, as you don't need as much to live a comfortable life as you do here in the US. And more importantly, if you're coming with a US salary or a US income from your online business, hint, hint, you need to start your online business. Okay. If you want to learn more about how to do that, I have resources in my description because this is the way that I prefer in terms of securing your income, recurring income when you're moving abroad, having your own online business and not having to depend on anybody else, a boss, a company that is sending you somewhere. It's just you. Okay, so if you want to know more about how you can turn your skills into an online business, check out the resource in the description of this video. And so, yeah, so being able to have a certain amount of money that is going to still allow you to have a comfortable um, comfortable life, right? So it doesn't take as much in order to live a comfortable life, right? So those were some of my top reasons why I would consider it. There's some reasons why I'm like, not so much, and that's for another video. But the reasons why I'm like, that trip was a leisure trip, it was a business trip, but it was also to look at that aspect of, again, I like to look at how my friends with similar lifestyle as me, how they live and see how I could possibly live there, like the life that I could have there. I'm not going there to stay at a hotel or even an Airbnb and live a tourist experience. And so based on what I saw, I was like, this is not bad. This is not bad. So I needed to have an updated view. I hadn't been, like, last time I was in Paris was 6 years ago, maybe? No, 8 years ago in 2016. And so I needed an updated opinion of Paris and life in Paris and everything. And so I've always been attracted to Paris also because of the history. I love history. Like, I love learning about history. And so museums for me are like one of my favorite things to do. And so that's why I always love to go to Paris as well. Another reason why I always love to go to Paris. And so yes, those were my top reasons why I would highly recommend it. Is it on our list right now? I don't know. I don't think it would be, because if you've watched my other video that I've posted maybe 2 years ago by now on our top reasons why we are planning our Blaxit from the US, is being in a country with a Black majority. That's not the case with any European country. And also being in a country where there are a lot of investment and business opportunities, and European countries as a whole, they have reached a certain level of development that doesn't allow for new opportunities, right? But in a lot of African countries, because of the level of development is a lot lower, then there are more business opportunities there for growth and all of that. So those are two major reasons why we are prioritizing sub-Saharan Africa. And that's why Paris will have to be a place I visit a lot. And as it's going to be, is it going to be closer? I don't know. Yes, it actually is. It is going to be closer to West Africa and Central Africa. I think it's like 6 hour flight from Abidjan or Yaoundé. I have to look it up. I don't know, but it's a lot. Not a lot. It's just closer than Houston, Paris, which is nine hours. Yeah. But anyways, so that's that. I wanted to share some of the things that I really love about Paris and why this trip was so special. I have other videos where I share more of what I did there, the fun time, the good time that I had there with some friends and new friends that I made there, and the business side of things that the, the business was really what made me go, the business side of things, and then the friend part of it was a cherry on top. Okay, so if you have any questions for me about our Blaxit, any questions about my experience in France, let me know in the comments and I will come back and answer those questions. Okay, make sure you stay tuned for more videos about my time in Paris, and I will talk to you soon. Bye.